Morning. I hope everyone is doing well. We're doing all right. We're doing all right. Thank you, Nat. I am thinking of it a lot now. I'm like, oh God. So, y'all remember when we lived in the last house, and in the middle of the night, the smoke alarms went off, and we jumped out of bed, and we're like... So anyway, last night at 2 a.m., the smoke alarms went off. So the entire house went... And we went, oh God. So we jumped out of bed, and,
the winner is Coca-Cola.
As if there was any doubt. 65% of you preferred Coca-Cola to Pepsi. Anyway, we jumped out of bed, and your brain has to be like, what's happening? Wait, the bad sound. Okay, prepare to lose everything you own. I'm like putting on. I have a pair of shorts that are sitting on the floor. I'm like putting on shorts, and my brain's like, all right, find the fire, and if there's a fire, leave. So, as you can tell, we're still here. Leonard says, y'all should get a safe for the fire-sensitive documents. Already on it, as of like 12 years ago. So we're good there. Looked around, nothing. And the alarm only went off like one time. It was only like... So like, as I'm walking around, I'm feeling decent about like, it's probably not on fire. I think about this, where are the fire extinguishers in the house? There's one under the sink in the kitchen. There's one under the sink in Mal's studio, I think. I would probably go straight to the kitchen because that one is the one I'd like know about. Anyway, so that was fun. We're both a little tired because, like, I mean, that's nerve-wracking in and of itself, and then I can at least like go back to sleep, but that's real rough on Mal. So I stayed awake with her until she was tired enough to like fall back asleep. So we're both a little tired this morning. But I woke up and I walked around and looked at all of the smoke alarms, and the one that is visually different, like the one that has a light that is flashing and is not solid, which I believe indicates it was the unit that went off most recently, is in Mouse Studio. So that is probably the problem unit. And it can be so many things. It can be like as simple as there was dust, or there was a bug. But the other thing I want to check today, just so I have some peace about it, is the manufacture date of everything, because the house isn't quite 10 years old. However, if the smoke alarms were just a little older than that when they installed them, it could be you know, the 10. They say you should only have things for 10 years. The smoke alarms for 10 years, and you should replace them. The batteries are replaced. I replaced them when we moved in. Although now my brain is like, did you? Even though I know I would have tested them, and I know I would have replaced all the batteries. So I might replace them again. Anyway, are the smoke alarms covered under warranty? I don't know. Probably not. I can't imagine that the warranty extends the length of what you're supposed to have them for. Certainly not. But I'll look at them. If some of them are, you know, 9 or 10 years old, then I'll probably just go ahead and replace them. And that's fine. Anyway, I got some stuff to do today. Woo. I just don't want that to happen again. Anyway, good morning. And also, really 35% of you like Pepsi? I don't know. In my brain, it's less than that. I guess. It's not surprising to find that Coke is more popular. But I don't know. In my head, I'm like 20% like Pepsi. Yeah, Renee, my mom is a firm Pepsi lover. My paternal grandfather drank Pepsi exclusively. So, Radio Trends, I get offended if they offer Pepsi when I ask for Coke. How dare you? Do you have RC Cola? Yeah, Pepsi's fine. If I'm at the restaurant and I've made my mind up that I'm going to be getting a cola, and they ask, is Pepsi okay? Then, like, yeah, it's fine. But is there a difference? Yeah. There's definitely a difference. You're from the South. That 20% is probably accurate for that region. Also, RC is preferred. RC Cola, you every once in a while, and I don't know why my brain does this, but like if I'm driving on a trip and we stop at the rest area and RC Cola is available in a vending machine, I will get it. I don't know why. My brain is just like, novelty, and then just, even if I wasn't going to get a drink, I'm like, ooh. They sell it at the store. You can go to the grocery store and buy like a 12-pack. But I'm like, that's not real. Like, only if I can have one of them. Just one. All right, let me read some alerts. Mal will be here in a few minutes. Yes, exactly, Lunar. I don't want a 12-pack. I want one can every 18 months. Yes. And for me, it's probably even, like, less often. But, yes, exactly. Oh, welcome.
Hi. What do you want every 18 months?
An RC Cola.
So should I just get you a can every 18 months?
You can't get a can. It's not a thing you can get. You can get a 12-pack. Just is fairly certain my last RC Cola consumption was in the 90s. Yeah. You were probably drinking RC Cola around the same time you had your last Sam's Choice Cola. Because that's about the last time I had my Sam's Choice Cola. The Walmart in Myrtle Beach used to have a vending machine out front that had all the Sam's drinks for $0.25. And there would be times where, like, I'd be at Walmart with my parents and they'd be shopping, and I would just go get a Sam's Choice Cola for $0.25 because it was $0.25. And then at some point that
In my
changed.
day, gum was a penny.
At some point, I remember it changing specifically to 35 cents, and that changed everything for me. And I know that sounds insane, but like, the minute that a second coin is introduced, I'm out. I'm like, no. Now I need a dime? You kidding me? It was simple when I had a quarter. The minute that I have to also have a dime, you lost me. Anyway, good morning.
Morning.
I was telling him about our escapade last night.
The smoke detector?
Yeah.
How did you get to RC Cola from that?
My brain works in mysterious ways. Oh, actually, no, it had nothing to do with me. This one is not on me. The poll that Mods ran before stream was Coke versus Pepsi. What percent do you think Pepsi got?
30.
That's really close. It had 35. That was really close. Okay, let me read some things. We got 44 months from Evil Half Dead, 51 months from Sage of Stars, and a snack.
Snack like a conical platypus with tiny eddies of noxious stones.
They're too big and they're too hard.
They're too crumbly and too dry.
They're obnoxious. Why do we keep buying them? 1,000 bits from Omega says, asking from the past for some good vibes as I get ready for a colonoscopy, the same time as breakfast stream. Eddie, once I can eat again, what food should I eat? There's probably... I've had a colonoscopy and I don't remember it. There's probably specific things where they're like, do eat this and don't eat this.
Afterwards? If it's a regular colonoscopy, I think you're fine.
You're fine, right?
Yeah.
I
There's
guess you could
probably
eat
things that are
scones.
better to eat than others.
Yeah, if as soon as you finish a colonoscopy, if you're like, man, it's time to eat this jar of jalapenos, that's probably not great. Yeah, time to eat this jar of jalapenos and then wash it down with an entire quart of whiskey.
Honey, do you know how much whiskey you can have? Like,
I know how much that will send you back to the hospital. And a jar of jalapenos pales in comparison to a quart of whiskey. Anyway, so right now, Omega is having colonoscopy, so I hope that that's going well. And you watch this in the future, which will make this currently in the past, so I hope it went well. Like I said, I've had a colonoscopy before. It was not bad at all. Honestly, I'm always in favor of the medical procedures that happen when you're not there. Like, consciously, I mean. Just knock me out. For anything.
regular dental cleaning, knock me out.
Yeah.
Count it off now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah, they don't offer to knock you out for, like, just any old thing, but, like, if they did and it didn't cost extra, I'd probably do that. Plus, you get to wake up a little loopy. You take your blood pressure. They put the cuff on while they're also intravenously giving me the anesthesia. So I'm like, oh, it's great. If I had more than one colonoscopy, no, just one, I think.
Yes, you've only had one.
I've had all the scopies once. Sounds right. Yeah. We had 1600 bits of gold line. He says, excited to see Yoshi get high and Yoshi and the Magical Book this Friday. Or is it Thursday? It's Friday. It's Friday. It's replacing Hitman this week. We are still not sure if Mal will be there. It is an unknown.
Yeah.
My suspicion is that you will. That's kind of the impression I got from your family. I like how I'm wording it as if your family is like, we'll decide if she gets to work.
They did say, we can just hang out while you guys are working. And I was like, no.
No. No. You can't do that. Your mom had said that too.
Yeah.
Because she's like, I'll come back and visit and I'll stay longer. And you were like, we have to work. And she's like, I can just be around while you work. And you were like, nope. It is easier to work when I'm not thinking about
How loud you're being, or
like
how someone is perceiving the other end of streaming without knowing what's happening or watching it.
like I don't think about that so much as there is even in my brain that I'm like, I'm working and everyone else has to just deal with it. There, that part is very prevalent, but also there's an iota of my brain that's like, everyone has to be quiet because of me. So that's it's not very big, but it's definitely there. And then inversely, worrying about someone excitedly yelling, and then that coming across, and then people are like, what's going on downstairs?
There was one time I was on a call while you were streaming, and the person I was talking to was like, is he okay? And I was like, yeah, he's working.
If you hear me screaming, I'm working. I'm working. Yeah. But Yoshi and book. It comes out Thursday, and I and probably Mal also will be streaming it Friday. Can't wait to try it out. I don't know anything about it.
I don't even know the title. You just keep saying Yoshi and
It's
book,
Yoshi,
and I'm like,
it's
okay.
Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I'm like 95% sure. That's why I've been jokingly saying Yoshi learns to read. Yeah. I like the Yoshi games, but I also feel like there's been several titles that have come out that have just kind of been like, here they are.
Yoshi's Novella of Curiosity.
It's a good one. Yeah, I can learn at the same time. We got 55 months from Rebel Tech TV, 65 from Darbicus, 74 from Charlemagne, and another snack.
Impress your taste buds with Tiny Eddie's acidic iced coconut and passion fruit squeeze.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Is it? Coconut and passion fruit? I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
A little acid in there, a little lemon. That seems refreshing. 1,000 Bits for Darbicus, who says, does Tiny Eddie have edible breakfast snacks? Does Tiny Eddie have any edible snacks? The mystery goes on.
I think this one is edible.
Yeah, this kind of sounds like a summer treat.
Fruit juice on ice.
I don't drink a lot of fruit juice, admittedly, but I don't put it on ice.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know what I drank when I was back in Myrtle Beach? Orange juice.
Yeah.
I got there, and my mom had, like, asked...
What she needed to pick up
She asked 4 different times if I wanted her to pick up Coke. Mm-hmm. And I told her no. I was like, I really do genuinely just drink water. Like, it's rare for me to have soda. I'll have one sometimes when I'm streaming. I was like, I won't be streaming while I'm there, so just water is fine. And it took like 4 times, but she was eventually convinced. And when I got there, she had picked up an entire thing of orange juice, and she's like, do you like orange juice? And I'm like, I like it, but I don't really ever drink it. And she's like, I got this orange juice. She's like, well, you can take it home. And it was the only thing I was going to have to take home that was cold. And I just, in my mind, I was like, I don't want to bring this. Like, if I had a few things, because I also didn't bring a cooler because I forgot.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I have a few things, it would be fine. But the fact that I have just this one thing of orange juice, so I decided to drink the orange juice. I drank most of it. I didn't drink all of it, but I drank. Like, there was one day I had a big glass, and then that night I had a big glass, and then the next day I had a big glass. Which is bad, because all that does is reinforce to my mom that I love orange juice, and she should always have orange juice.
I do think we should get a big cooler at some point.
Yeah, I mean, we have a decent
Yeah,
size
I know, but
cooler.
the few times I've needed a cooler lately, I'm like, I wish this were bigger.
They have one at Costco right now that is pretty big. But it's too big.
It's not too big.
It's
I'm putting it on the grocery list so we look at it at Costco.
I have a hard time purchasing things that the amount of times we've needed it is like once a year. I'm like,
See, the thing is I've been using it in the summer, though. I use the little one in the summer a lot.
But you need one that's twice as big?
Sometimes.
For what?
Hauling cold drinks for bike rides, so when I get back in the car, I'm like, oh good, I have something cold.
I mean, the cooler we have would probably comfortably fit, like...
It does not fit enough.
15 12-ounce sodas?
Yeah, but I'm not bringing soda.
Oh. What are you bringing?
Like, bottles and...
Oh, so you're saying it's, like, physically the wrong dimensions.
That's, yeah, part of it.
Okay. How long has Careless Whisper been a clown alert? I feel like I've never heard that before. It's got to be recent, right? Of course, what is recent? Recent could be a few months. Anyway. We had 75 months from The Queen's Thief, 83 from Somber Mink, 66 from Adam Attack, 23 from Tomb Raider, 41 from Silver Cates, 38 from Haley 92, 300 bits of aggregated molecules. It says, my high school introduced a vending machine in senior year. It sold Surge, and it was glorious. You can still get Surge somewhere. I bet, what's that place called? Soda store?
Rocket Fizz?
Rocket Fizz. I bet that still has it. I bought Surge. I guess at this point it's been like 10 years ago.
When it came back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surge was out for a while, but or like gone for a while, and then it came back like a decade ago, and I ordered a 12-pack when we were playing the Pathfinder adventure card game. And everyone got to have Surge again, which was a big deal because no one had Surge in 20 years, and they were pretty excited. Is it not? Is it gone again? I know that it has a fair bit of
Cult following.
well, I was gonna say stuff in it. Caffeine.
Yeah.
It's got a lot. I think it has a lot of caffeine. Surge drink. I guess I'll just look at the.
My high school had a
article.
vending room that they could, like, bring the shutter down, so we weren't allowed to access it during school hours. And one of the machines was just strictly water, and it had special labels printed that had our logo on it, which seems so extra now.
Yeah, Surge was re-released in 2015 for a bit. And then it says it was re-released internationally in 2018 in Burger King restaurants. So yeah, I think it isn't out right now. So if you want to drink it, you can't. You're fine. Oh, Cinemark Theaters in 2017 also released a slushy version called Surge Frozen for like 3 months. There's a bunch of things like that. There's a bunch of like drinks and also probably more so drinks than like snack foods, but like things that are not popular enough to continually sell, so they have to hold them. It's like the McRib. They have to hold them because people
I've never had a McRib.
people want them for the novelty purpose. So if Surge was just out all the time, there were incredibly small amount of people that would actually just drink it regularly. But if they hold it for a while and then they're like, oh, we're doing this Surge, then you'll get some.
I feel like Taco Bell has like a triple layer Crunchwrap right now.
Is that not the normal What is...
There's like 2 layers of the meat filling.
Okay. Do you want to go to Taco Bell?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
The Taco Bell craving like trying to speak for you, I think your Taco Bell craving hits once, maybe twice a year.
Yeah.
So that's like the maximum amount of time. And I feel about the same. And I just, because I think it's because we live together. Our Taco Bell cycles will line up, where we'll want it around the same time.
Vagabond.
When it's every hour on the hour, you are Taco Bell's favorite customer. Taco Bell, period. I've never had Taco Bell and don't have any desire to get it. Don't ever try it, because if you ever have some, that's what I think there's a small microchip in the taco, and it gets lodged in your brain. So like once a year, they'll be like, "You need this." You really don't. Yes, Arcane Leo says, I like Taco Bell. It's not good. Yep. I also think that was a working slogan for them at some point in the 2000s, and they decided not to go with it. Yeah, it's, I don't want it. But if someone's going to get it, I do want it. The most Taco Bell that was ever around me, and I say that specifically because it's not like me eating it. It was around me. It was in college, because Taylor and Dan went and got Taco Bell a lot.
Menominee did not have a Taco Bell at the time I lived there, but we did have a Taco John's.
I've had Taco John's, and it's good.
Not close to the university, so when I did not have a car, I could not go.
Chaz says, I can't imagine anyone starting to enjoy Taco Bell in 2026 when it's $13.99 for 2 tacos or whatever.
Right?
Yeah. I definitely get that. There was a time when it was easier to love fast food because it was like, oh, I have a nickel.
Yeah.
And now
I'm not paying that amount for bad food when I can get mediocre food for the same price.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same reason why, I mean, I wouldn't have went to an Olive Garden anyway, but like you really, really could not get me to go to an Olive Garden now, when the dinner meals are like $20, and I'm like, this is insane. Yeah. Don't do this. But there's still some like mom and pop non-chain restaurants out there that are doing pretty decent, things. Did I tell people about the Southern Buffet? Holy crap.
No, I don't think you did.
Oh my God, I got to tell y'all about this because wow. Okay, so when I went to visit my parents in Myrtle Beach, they are always thinking about like new places to take me to eat, because they're like, you don't get home very often. If there's a place that we've tried that you haven't tried, we want to take you there. And I was like, okay. And you're literally this is good. So like I got in on Saturday, and Mom's like, what do you want to do Sunday, because it's Mother's Day? And I was like, oh, whatever. And she goes, there is a Southern Buffet. She's like, it's on the south end. It's in Murrells Inlet. She said, but there's a Southern Buffet. You would love it. It's very, very good. And they're open tomorrow. And I was like, okay. And I looked it up online. Their normal buffet price in the year of our Lord 2026 is $12.99. And I was like,
man, so you had buffet twice in like 1 week. Anyway, yeah.
Aaron the Baron says, I inherently don't trust it at that price, right? So I was like, I have doubts. This place is incredibly highly rated. I have doubts, but like, all right. So we were looking at because I think they normally open at 11, but on Mother's Day they had posted like on Facebook that they were going to be opening at 10, and I was like, all right, we should probably get there at 10. So we got up because this was on the south end. It was like a super far drive. So we got up. We arrived right as they were opening the door. Everyone was so friendly. The interior was so nice. The buffet was beautiful. And the food was immaculate. It was so frickin' good. And I just sat there eating and thinking...
What year is it?
What year is it? And do they...
You have talked a lot about it.
Do they know they could get away with charging much more than this? It was incredibly impressive. Like, I was so happy. And, like, Dan has moved back to Myrtle Beach. So immediately I was like, Dan! It's like, you gotta go to this place. Now I can't remember the name of it. Hold on. I can find out. If my dad doesn't text me the name just on his own, he might just text me the name.
I want to say...
It was a name.
Yeah, it's
it was
two
a name.
names.
It was a name, yeah. Merle's Inlet Buffet.
The name I'm thinking of is a cookie. And that's not it.
Judy Boons.
That's it.
The name of the restaurant is Judy Boons. Judy space Boone apostrophe S, Judy Boons. If you are in the Myrtle Beach area, visiting the Myrtle Beach area, holy crap. Go there. Wow. One of the best restaurants I've been to in years, considering that... Did I get a message from my dad?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I just got a text from my dad. It says, Judy Boons. Shout out to my dad, who is watching and has always watched Breakfast Stream. Never missed an episode. Thank you, Dad. Go to Judy Boons. Man, it was good. Wow, it was good. And, like, it was far. We had to get up really early. And the other thing was, definitely not a lot of people knew it was opening at 10. Because when we got there, like, we walked right in with the other people that were waiting on it to open. And then at 11... promptly at 11, line out the door. Holy cow. Like, while we were there, you wanted to go up and get food at the buffet, you just walked up. When we left, the line to, like, go to the buffet was 30 people long. Imagine standing in a line with a plate just waiting and, like, knowing that they're going to be out of fried chicken by the time you get up there. You know what I mean?
It's a good thing you guys went early.
Yeah, it is. So... that place is great. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, $12.99 for a buffet is insane. Even if the food was terrible, that's a good price. Like, there's probably some Chinese buffets that are like $12.99 somewhere that, like, they have a thing outside that, like, we guarantee food poisoning. And that's still a reasonably good deal. But for the food to be that good, holy cow. I don't know what's going on there.
How much was your pizza buffet?
$18. And like that was well, you know, what you're really paying for is a bonding experience with Chaz.
Yeah.
Because how often do you get to bond with Chaz? Not often. So it's really about the bonding experience. Sorry, the other day, me and Chaz went out to Raleigh Retro Gamers does like retro game events, and there was one this past Saturday. And I told Chaz, I was like, "Do you want to get out of the house for 2 hours? Because I'm going to go look at this thing." And he was like, "Yeah, sure." So then while we were out, we were like, you know, we're the only two people that want to consume buffet food. So we talked about what our options were, and we went to the pizza buffet. Because when we went to the pizza buffet, the one and only time we've done it, Chaz and Jeff didn't live here yet.
Yeah.
So me and Chaz went. And like, it was fun. It's the novelty of there being a pizza buffet in 2026. Is it worth, you know, $18? I mean, I guess with what the price of food is and the price of eating out.
No, it was not CC's.
No, not CC's. Like a
local place.
Like a local place. I forget CC's exists. How much does CC? No, not CC's. They had pizza. what does a Cece's buffet cost in 2026?
I don't know.
Because Cece's whole thing was like, do you have like $3? And like they can't possibly do that now that it's 2026. So I'm really curious how much it is. Yeah.
I don't know the last time I've seen a Cece's.
Vagabond. I do have $3. I'm gonna type in Cece's and just see if they even exist. Cece's Pizza. There is a Cece's Pizza in Raleigh.
Where is it?
There's one.
I need you to zoom out more.
There's one over in Cary. And there's another one over in Smithfield. And then there's the nearest one is Columbia, South Carolina.
Where is this?
How much could it cost? They're not open. I would call. I'd be like, oh, how much is it? Wild. I guess I could go to ccs.com. I bet they won't tell me.
No, I bet they won't tell you.
View menu? Ooh, can I... view menu. Wait, what is... Is this a streamer? Is it... Casio?
Steven.
Queso?
$10 buffet.
Okay. I mean, honestly, for $10, I would be in for Cece's buffet. He's a very popular show. I feel like I've seen that name before. Anyway, his picture is on the mac and cheese pizza, which I don't know how to feel about that. I don't know if that is a good thing to associate yourself with or not. Although if they could put my face on a pizza, I would put it on the dessert pizza. The one that's like a oh, they do have the dessert pizza at Cece's. Ooh. Okay, well, it wouldn't be bad if some people in the Raleigh Collective wanted to get Cece's. Is your desire for Cece's negative %?
Yes.
Okay. As long as the pizza's fresh, it's probably fine.
Head to the underpass and get Tiny Eddie's wasabi and chocolate cheesesteak and cupcake cream zigzag pudding.
Well,
That sounds way better.
That was... Does it? Than Cece's?
I'm gonna head to the nearest underpass.
I haven't had Cece's in a long time. Now I'm just curious. I'm like, is it really like super bad?
Chess, do you want pizza buffet again?
Coffee.
I mean, not soon, but like, just knowing that there's one around, I'm like, maybe for my birthday. We'll go there. That's a bit of Gold Line says, Tiny Eddie, want to talk about caffeine? How about the Panera Bread lemonade that had almost like 400 milligrams of caffeine, I think? Yeah, pretty sure someone died.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure someone died too.
Not that that's the most fun thing to talk about on Breakfast Stream, but it was because it was at the like all you can drink thing. Someone just drank it over and over again, and then they died because caffeine actually can kill you because it's like a drug. Anyway, wasabi and chocolate cheesesteak and cupcake cream zigzag pudding. So ultimately, it's a pudding.
It's a side of dessert.
It's a lot of things.
Yeah.
Wasabi and chocolate seems like it could work.
I don't know.
Because people do...
There's the wasabi Kit Kats.
Yeah, well, just in general, like, people do spicy chocolate. It's not how I like to enjoy chocolate, but I understand that it's a thing, so... I want to make sure you're reading that right. Oh, it's cheese steak. Oh, that changes a lot. Oh, yeah. My brain saw chocolate and just filled in cheesecake. That is cheese steak. That's like going to Philadelphia and finding someone that's very confused, and instead of beef and cheese whiz, they fill it with wasabi and chocolate.
Last time I was in Philly, we walked 2.5 miles to get cheesesteak.
Well, was it worth the 2.5 mile walk?
It was good. Noah said it wasn't the best one, though.
That was not my question. Certain foods have to be worth certain amounts of walking. Like, for me, I would be willing to walk 3 miles for big breakfast. And I would not be willing to walk that far for probably any other food. Anyway, wasabi and chocolate cheese steak, cupcake cream zigzag pudding. I'm assuming zigzag pudding is just when you take vanilla and chocolate and then you take a spoon and do this, so it's only pretty
I
until
really
you
want a
start
zebra
scooping
cake
it.
right now. Because that's what that reminded me of.
We'll go get Taco Bell, and then we'll get a zebra cake on our way back from the CC's Pizza Buffet. Just a surefire way to make sure that I feel like garbage tomorrow. We got 58 months from Liberty KJ. 500 bits of Jet, who says, "Morning. Both interviews yesterday actually happened, so that's an improvement. Iowa went well and already have a virtual interview scheduled for Thursday. Oklahoma interview went well. We talked about the job for like 10 minutes, and the next 15 to 20 was the differences between Oklahoma and Arkansas, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and other non-job related things. So we'll see how that ends up. Still waiting on word from Vegas, Wisconsin, and Illinois too." Well, good. Good. I'm not a good person to ask about jobs and interviews, but it feels to me that if you you have time where you're just like talking about random things, I don't know, like that feels good.
Yeah.
They're not.
When you go
they're not
through
just trying
rounds
to like
of interviews, sometimes it's like, well, you talk to the hiring manager for like round 1, and
Yeah.
then round 2 may be a panel, and then round 3 might be like your direct supervisor.
Yeah. So like, if you talk about job stuff and then you're just talking about, random things, like that seems beneficial. Keebilly Skippy says, "The last job I got, we ended up talking about cats in the interview." Yeah, it seems like a good sign. Because if they weren't interested, I feel like they would just be like, "Well, we're done."
Yeah.
So I think at that point they're just trying to get a feel for like who you are as a person and less about like the job stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, continued good vibes. I feel like we might be getting close here. Also from Jet, just have an intervention with your mom and tell her you can only consume C things. CC's? There's not a CC's in Myrtle Beach, I don't think. Because it came up and it said Columbia. So. Clementine juice. I'm telling you, you can, if you have to eat something that starts with a C, you can force it some way. There's some way of doing that. You can make it happen. Turning from Genesis, it says, "Fun fact, my dad and coworkers kept cans of Surge from the revival. My dad's can had the soda eat through the can while my coworkers exploded." If that's not a resounding endorsement for Surge, I don't know what is. Surge. Swallow it. Don't just leave it in your mouth. Swallow it. Swallow it. Come on. If it's a little known fact, if you hold Surge in your mouth for more than 10 minutes, it starts to burn a hole through through your cheeks. You can do the damage of like 10 years of chewing tobacco in 10 minutes with Surge. 310 bits from Gadzooks. It says, "My life is in 2 phases. Before and after I experienced Taco John's. It's not good, but it's the special kind of not good that sticks with you. Like gum at the bottom of one of their tables." I think I've only ever tried Taco John's once. and I was impressed by it.
I mean, that was like probably 2010 you tried it.
I'm sure it's only gone uphill.
I'm sure it has. Next time we're in Wisconsin, we'll go find Taco John's.
What was that one? There's another taco place that's in the on the West Coast that everybody loves too.
Del Taco?
Yeah.
There's one here.
Yeah. We
were driving from between Durham and Raleigh. It's over by the airport.
It was hospital day.
Oh yeah, it was hospital day.
It was hospital day. It was the day that I was like, why am I dying? And then I went to the hospital. And they were like, I don't know, kidney stones or something? Was it? No, gallbladder stones.
Yeah.
They're like, we think you maybe had gallbladder stones. And I was like, oh, crap. Anyway, and then I immediately went to Del Taco. But in fairness, it's, you know, it was conveniently located and they were open. Was that location open 24/7?
No.
They were open until like 4 in the morning or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it was convenient. 300 for Jet Jet says, if you join CC's Rewards, your first buffet is $3.99. Oh, snap! I mean, that sounds like an outing. Just send a message to the Raleigh group and be like, hey everyone, let's all join CC Rewards. And then let's go pretend it's 2004 and eat the buffet for $3.99. That's pretty great. Also, everyone's got a meter in their head of like food gets better the cheaper it is.
What?
Sorry. Let's hold on. Let me find a better way to word that. Bad food can look more appealing the cheaper it is. That's a better explanation of that. Yeah. Because there's food that like you would not typically be like, but once it gets to a certain price, you're like, well, neither. I prefer the first explanation. Your expectations are lower. You know, if you go to all-you-can-eat sushi, especially in the States, like you're setting, you have a baseline, or you're like, well, this is not gonna be super good. But you set your expectations there, and then you might get like a little surprised. Not a lot, but like a little surprised.
But what if I go somewhere else where my expectations are here, and I enjoy it?
Fine, pay more. All I'm hearing is that CC's can be $3.99.
Coffee!
For every phone number you have. How many phone numbers you got? That's how many times CC's is $3.99.
You can use my number. And then my other number if you want it.
Portal Weird says, that's why blowing $15 at McDonald's is so frustrating. Yes! It's not that McDonald's is good. It's not. It's not very good food. But if you can get McDonald's for real cheap, then you're like, I at least get it. And then inversely, if it's $15, you're like, this is frustrating. I would rather do something else. But I'm totally in for $3.99 CC's. Oh, hot dang. We got Sappy, buy burner phones.
How can we make this pizza cheaper?
Sorry.
Buy a phone.
I'm imagining now some scenarios where burner phones could be cheaper
than the pizza.
That's wild. Can you imagine coming into CC's with like a new hat? Being like, hello. And they're like, hi, Steven. Like, my name is Dave. I'm new to CC's. And they're like, how much are you actually saving? The burner phone is $5. The buffet is $4. You're saving less than $1 after tax. I'm like, I'm Dave. Chill Day says, big drive 20 miles for 10 cents off gas vibes. Yep. Once you start doing the math, ooh, that math don't math. And I get it to some extent. You know, there's a thing that makes your brain feel good, and that's worth. That is worth something. Kind of. A little bit. There's elements of life where that works and elements of life where it doesn't. Like if you are in, like if you have debt and you're, what am I trying to say? I know what I'm trying to say. I'll get there in just a moment. I got it. So if you, it's like if you have money to throw at debt, or if you have money to put like in the market, like the rate of the return in the market is typically, it might be typically higher than
depending on your interest rate.
On your interest rate for your debt, right? So like it makes sense theoretically sometimes to put, you know, money into the market. But you know what you can't do on a sheet with math? The mental freedom of not having the debt. That's worth something. That's what I was trying to say, except, you know, with buffets or whatever I was just talking about. I kind of got lost. I kind of got lost on the way there. I was like, it's fine. Anyway, buffet is body debt. I'm just saying. This is a thing that I think about now that I have a mortgage. It's like, where should you put money? I'm like, towards the mortgage? Because it's the biggest number I've ever seen in my life. That's why? It's like, well, would it do better in the market? I'm like, I don't care. Make the house be paid off. How do I do that? Put it all in buffets. Just put it all in CC's. I think CC's is coming back, so we're going to put it in the market in CC's. And I had a feeling NDL would always go for the highest interest rate debt, always. I'm glad you showed up. And that is important. Financial literacy is not something that is taught well in the States. It's not something that I had in a class or at home growing up, so it's a lot of stuff that I've had to gain from osmosis and seeking it out. I highly suggest everyone, like, try and learn some things. But yes, in general, kill off the highest interest debt. It's crazy how interest works. I'm bad at math, but the calculator will tell you, and like, your interest rate could be just a little bit, but over a long period of time, it's actually an insane amount of money. I have a mortgage. You might be thinking, my interest rate's only a few percent. Yeah, well, the interest compounds. Now you owe all of your money again. Isn't that fun? You're looking at your bill, and your bill's like, I don't know, you got a credit card bill and your bill's like $2,000. And you're like, yeah, it's $2,000. Okay, with minimum payments, you pay $10,000. So that's bad. So anyway, 76 months from Callium. We had a subscription from Sevlinop19.
NDL said
Welcome.
Exactly what you were trying to say earlier.
My mortgage rate is less than my high interest savings. I have no incentive to pay my mortgage early. Yes. Yes. I get that. But
Steven's brain is quieter if there is no mortgage.
It's not that you're wrong. It's not that you're wrong. It's just that there is some level, and it depends really on the interest rate and some other things, but there is some level of mental burden, and not everyone has it, but some level of mental burden for some people of carrying a balance of having a debt. So like, it depends. I will tell you my mortgage interest rate is higher than my high yield savings account. So that is gonna go to mortgage. We got 67 months from Tiger. 300 bits from Slick Duke, who says, good vibes to Swift, as he's been dealing with some real crappy airport issues. His flight yesterday was delayed, rescheduled, delayed, canceled, rescheduled for today, flew to Chicago, and his connecting flight was canceled. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I hope Swift gets home soon.
Swift's in chat.
But not at home.
No.
Yeah, that's bad. I just want to go home. This reminds me a little bit of the time that we left Japan in 2016, I think it was 2016 when we left Japan, and it was over 48 hours later that we got home. And that was not
Yeah, we had
fun.
like a 12-hour flight and then like 12 hours in San Francisco airport.
Yeah, it was bad. So it says I should have been home at about 5:30 p.m. yesterday. Just it'll be over soon. It'll be over soon. Depending on the airport, sometimes you can find a comfy chair.
Sometimes. There's chairs in RDU that are like the leg, it's like a chaise lounge, like it's a long piece. And it's arched so your feet can like hang on it nicely.
Yeah. Like if you can find comfy chair, that would be great. But I don't know if Chicago has comfy chair or not. Man. Ugh. Yeah, my heart always goes out to anyone that gets stuck with all that traveling. Because I don't like... It's not that I don't like traveling. It's just that the rigmarole of airports and all that is like... I'm neutral on it best.
Yeah.
And the minute anything starts to go wrong or take too long, I'm sour about it. I'm like...
I love getting a direct flight. It happens way more often now that we live in Raleigh, but
yeah,
it still is not possible for everything.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't... In Myrtle Beach, it was basically just, we always had to go to Charlotte first.
Yeah. Or Atlanta.
And you just kind of get used to, like, this little tiny bonus flight at the beginning and end of trips. And it wasn't bad, but is it way better to skip one airplane?
Yeah. When Raleigh flies direct to Minnesota or Orlando, which are the places I go the most.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, good vibes. I hope you get home. I mean, I can't say, like, right now, but, you know, as soon as humanly possible. And Vagabond, just live next to 2 major airports. I don't see the issue. Swift says, oh my god, now there's a child bouncing up and down to me. Down next to me. Get me out of Chicago. That's the other thing, is that your ability to deal with certain energy levels and things around you decreases rapidly as you are tired and exhausted from traveling. I remember the worst part of that 2016 thing, you recall, was that at the end of this 45-hour journey,
we had to drive from
Charlotte back home. And that was not good. That was not good at all, because I had been awake for like 40 hours straight. And it's like, now you need to operate this motor vehicle for 3 hours. And I was like, okay, I can do that. And that was bad. Don't do that. Not recommended. 300 bits from Jack0304 says, as someone who always takes free food from coworkers when offered, $0 makes a lot of food worth it. Yeah. I mean, if I get a coupon for like, just try this thing, I'll be like, that looks great. Free is a very appealing price. Sometimes you get
Anyway, we're
coupons
going to
for that.
Costco today.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a hot dog. I've been getting the hot dog, but not the pizza. 'Cause I'm trying to lose just a little bit of weight. The weight that I gained from Thanksgiving that I was just like, yeah, I'll deal with it later. I'm like, okay, I'll finally start to do that. And that's going well. I've actually lost a few pounds.
Good job.
I think I've lost like 5 or 6 pounds in a week. Which seems like that might be fast, but also that's just kind of how my body does it, so I don't know. It's probably fine. I don't know. I think what my body does, it's like, do you have to like poop more now? And I'm like, I don't know. And it's like, here you go, buddy. Now you're lighter. And I'm like, okay.
It could be water weight.
Could be water weight. I don't know. My body's always been very strange when it comes to all of that.
Sometimes it feels like you just think, I could lose like 5 pounds, and then like you do, like.
Yeah. I mean, that is essentially how it works. There's discipline in it, right? Because it's making the decision of like, oh, I'll not have any liquid calories at all, because that's easy to just be like, I'm just gonna drink water and coffee. And the big thing for me is snacking. I love snacking. So what I do is I just don't snack.
There's an art in the queue. I have no idea what it is.
Oh, this is Judy Boons. It's $11.99? Holy crap! Is this Judy Boons? I think this is Judy Boons.
Yeah.
Wow. He just saved $1. Man. Liver and gizzards for $11.99? Holy cow. What is it, Christmas? Anyway, what is it, the other things? Anything happening today? Oh, it's out now. I scheduled the Hitman VOD for 10, I think. So that should be out. So if you missed Hitman from Friday, now you can watch it in high resolution and with no... What's the word?
Particles.
Yeah, I mean, that's not what I was going for, but yeah. Sometimes if you have a lot of motion on Twitch, because you only got 6 megabytes or 6 megabits per second to work with, it can be a little like... Wah. Twitch juice. That's the official word, I think. Twitch juice. So enjoy Hitman Particle Free. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, jumping into Outer Wilds yet again. Mm-hmm. Golly gee, what a good game. And Thursday 9 a.m. back for breakfast stream. Friday morning 11 a.m. Eastern on your channel. You are finishing that painting?
Probably. Yeah, I just have that little sapling to do.
And then, excuse me. And then Friday evening 8 p.m. Eastern, Yoshi Book. Yoshi's Nintendo Switch 2 reading adventure featuring Yoshi and also a book.
And then Saturday.
Shelf Control! Ooh, yeah, Shelf Control. Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, Shelf Control. I'm so excited because there's like, new features and new stuff, and I'm excited about it. I am almost done testing the new stuff. It's been a journey. You don't want to know what the hardest part of that was yesterday?
What?
I couldn't get it to work. And I read online, I was like, why is it just coming up with a black screen? And then everyone online was like, push way harder than you think you have to. And I was like, what? So you have to push the hue card in really far and hard, and then finally there's a loud click. And I was like, oh. And that worked fine. Anyway, so that's Saturday. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
That's at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then also at 1 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, so Hades.
That's because Sunday is the weekend.
Yes. Saturday and Sunday collectively the weekend. No matter where you put them, I'm not starting that, is the weekend. So, yeah. And that's it.
That's it.
That's all the things. Okay. All right. I think I'm good. I think I've said all the words that I need to say. Sloth streams coming up. I hope that y'all have a wonderful Tuesday. Take care of yourselves. Do something nice for yourself. And I will see you back here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern for the continuation of Outer Wilds. See you then. When we went to the pizza buffet, there was a inherent contest, right? Because like you can't put me and Chaz together in a buffet and not have it turn into some sort of like tiny contest. And he told me at the beginning, he's like, how many do you think you'll eat? And I was like, probably 7 or 8. Slices. And 8 slices is a pizza. That's just, you eat one entire pizza. And when it was done, I had eaten 8 pieces, and Chaz had eaten 8 pieces. But there was also an entire bar of dessert.
Dessert bar.
Yeah, with different dessert foods. And I ate 2 desserts, and Chaz had 8. And when we walked out of there, Chaz said, I do believe I win. And you know what? He did. He won. Also, the first, second, and fourth bite of my chocolate pudding were not smooth. And it was incredibly concerning because there was something in the pudding. I'd like to believe that the thing in the pudding was just like pudding mix that didn't get mixed up enough. But I also know that being on the salad bar, it could have been anything. And Chaz said, I am very impressed that after the first bite, you continued. And I was like, well, I just had a lot of pudding to eat. Anyway, goodbye, everybody.